3, 2, 1.
Alright, let's get into this intuitive reading. This intuitive message for Jerry Springer. This reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes. Sometimes the tea is hot and sometimes it's not. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, ancestors. Okay, I grew up watching Jerry Springer. I don't know about y'all, but some of them episodes was like, But you know what I'm saying? Get off the school bus, you run into the house, you watch you some Jerry. Okay? So, right. Let's just see what the cards have to say in regards to his spirit. It doesn't feel weighted right now. And I mean, that's just the energy. Meaning that it's still going through a process, which makes sense, right? But Spirit is acknowledging that there is relevation. I was trying to say revelation. Okay. But yeah, relevation, communication, honesty, courage, sharing, revelation, surprise news, text, and a phone call. So this is just very surprising. I mean, it is bubbling at the belly and bubbling at the throat. I'm not going to hold y'all. There's just a message that things were spreading. Things could have spread to the belly. Things could have spread to the throat. Whatever he was dealing with was definitely taking over his body. But there's a lot of, like, everything was kind of like surprising and shocking to people, it feels. And this is matters of the heart. So there were a lot of people who loved him and loved ones. Just having a lot of phone calls, it feels like a lot of communication, it feels like. And this is supported by the ancestors, okay? Spirit is also acknowledging where you raised in a barn. There's some energy around him where there was poor manners, lack of tact, discourtesy, and politeness, and social grace was required. And this has to do with the energy, this current energy, actually. And I'm not sure if, if he was mean around this time. Sometimes when people are ill, they do become angry and mean and just kind of hard to deal with. And this is just the energy. Again, this reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes, but this is also making me feel like there was something going on with his body. Just saying, like, it was not. I don't even know how to say it. The song that's coming to mind is "Get Your House in Order." Get your house in order. Do it right away. This. There's a leak in this old building, y'all. See, my ancestors is old, so they give me these old spirituals. Ashe ancestors, they give me old ones. And so when it comes to the body itself, it was just a windy journey. Spirit is acknowledging, thank you, ancestors. And it was like steady progress, and we was like almost there, but it was such a windy journey, and not many people knew. But it was stamina, it was travel. He enjoyed this journey, he enjoyed this trip. Ashe to the ancestors, ashe to the universe. But this was a karmic situation. This was a life that he chose, but it was a mirroring life. It was an emotional kind of situation. Was he a water sign? Does he have water in his chart? But yeah, this has something to do with like a karmic destiny for him in that regard. Like, this is something that, we all come here with what we call, or what I'm feeling like, a roadmap. And it's kind of pre-selected, in that we kind of already have an idea of what it is. You know what I'm saying? To an extent. And so this is what this feels like. I already knew what my life entailed, and this is the life I chose. You know what I'm saying? Life didn't choose me, I chose it, kind of energy. Okay. But Spirit is acknowledging, like, it's just a story. It feels like as I, as things became worse, there was this energy of music and beverage and wanting peace and praying and having candles and wanting to get grounded, and acknowledging that there was energy around him, a swirl of communication with blowing off steam, rebellion, merriment, indulgence, and escaping. I don't know why Spirit keeps saying it, but it's like this energy of, he could have been a little combative, angry. And I think that those are the stages, a part of the stages. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you, Spirit, for the download of accepting that one's life is about to end. When you are able to have that kind of understanding. Like, some people do not some people go quick and they don't get to have that. And then some people are given the notice, and then they're able to like kind of go through life and say, hey, I'm about to, depart from this realm, what have you. But then we have this tree, and it's almost like Spirit is acknowledging, like, now I'm an ancestor. Now I'm returning to the tree. Now I am a part of the tree. Now I'm connecting to my roots. Now I am a part of the tree. I'm returning, and now I can reach out to my people. I'm not going to lie, though. This has some Hollywood weird energy on it. And Spirit says to split the deck. So I'm going to split the deck. Oh my goodness. See, it keeps coming up that there's a nuisance about this energy. Like there's something and I keep saying like he was angry about something. There's something that is unsettling about either how this happened, when this happened. There's something unsettling about this situation. And Spirit is telling me to pull this card back out. And if you watch my readings, I don't be doing all of this, but the Spirit is acknowledging that this has a lot to do with this, okay? There's going to be some surprising information around his... Why Spirit say demise? Okay. But yeah, swamp angel, nuisance, provocation, gossip, hassle, freeloading, and opportunism, okay? All right, moving in love and light. All right, Jerry Springer's health. Spirit, thank you, ancestors. Jerry's, okay. All right, energy is saying use your natural healing abilities. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for clearly guiding, encouraging, supporting my healing work. So he was doing some healing work himself. He was into just wanting to help and heal others. Laughter is the best medicine. So dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for reminding me to detach and find the humor and irony within every human drama. So he was in a lot of... And this is very, very interesting because in a lot of the human drama, he found laughter in it, hence his show and his court show and things like that. That's very interesting. And at the very last card, it says, give us your cares. Dear God and Archangel Raphael, I am willing to release any fears to you. Please allow me to completely let go so that you can fully guide me in this situation. He's asking to just, no control, fully release, and allow God and Archangel Raphael to take over this situation. I say. Spirit said, split the deck. Okay, and so in the middle of the deck, it is saying diet is important here. And so he's just acknowledging that, he was on a diet, or he tried to fix his situation with eating good food. There, Archangel Raphael, thank you for guiding me to make positive eating and drinking choices, and for reducing or eliminating my craving for unhealthy substances. And I'm just hearing sugar. All right. Jerry Springer. Current energy. You want me to share moving in love and light. This reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes. Ooh. Okay. Yep. Okay, so Spirit is acknowledging that he was just like a bright, vivacious, happy, and loud and colorful person. But right now he's in a space of clarity, honesty, survival, wisdom, and self-discovery. And this is very interesting because they're saying it now, but they're also saying it then, like when he was in his realm, but also now. Spirit is saying that there was a lot of rejecting and ghosting, and just like, I don't know how to acknowledge it, but he felt very on the outskirts around this time. He was rejecting people and pushing people away. He's also acknowledging that he was too generous, blockages in buying love and not really tapping into his intuition. He's acknowledging also like he played around a little bit in his life. Yeah, see, third party. Okay, thank you. So he had some some lovers. He's just acknowledging like he was indecisive and he was disloyal and he was a player. He's acknowledging because he liked to spice things up and he liked to get kinky. He liked, to fulfill his fantasies. And this created a lot of obstacles in his life and challenges in his life. It's almost like a warning, like, don't do what I'm doing. Okay, this is the energy that's coming off. Spirit is acknowledging that he was emotionally unavailable to these people. Like, I hurt these people. I was flaky. I was non-committal. And he had a lot of like unwanted messages and contacts in the area of love. Like, you know, people be calling you like, and he was like, I don't really like you. Like, I don't want to be with you. We just had a good time. But that he was a sore loser, and this brought along a lot of injuries and stress and a lack of sleep and time commitment. There were some children that brought, I don't know how many kids he has, but there were children or a child, what have you. But also he was able to have a lot of manifestations seen forth, which is so interesting, because a download is like, that's a part of this life too, is to manifest and to allow your dreams to become reality. But, you know, he got really confused and he was in the matrix. He's acknowledging that he got caught up. He got caught up in the matrix. He's acknowledging that. And his life included a lot of fear and being unbalanced and being rebellious. Okay? Because he never got free. See? He never got free. He was in the matrix. He never got free. And unfortunately, this has to do with a relationship of some sort. I don't know who he's with, but he is acknowledging that he was in a really, 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 like, just distasteful relationship with someone. Wow. Okay, Jerry Springer, angels, ancestors, ascending masters. What is it that you want to share? Thank you. Oh, signs and reminders. This is always a beautiful card. Just that they are leaving, signs and reminders that energy never dies, that now their communication isn't like what I'm doing with sound and vibration, as you know, through this form of communication, but through other forms. So just pay attention. Angels and loved ones in heaven are sending you signs of their presence now. You may be seeing the same number, patterns, or sequences, finding feathers, seeing the same bird at a special time, or even feeling that you're being visited by a loved one or angel in dreams, or at some point in your day. These are all messages of support. You are now on the right path, and you are being guided to know that you do not walk this path alone. In times of need, angels are beside you, blessing your heart with love and healing, and your angels and loved ones in heaven will never leave you. Their love will never die. I say that all the time, like, energy doesn't die. He can now, you know, speak to those who he knows, loves, and cares about, because he is amongst that realm that is able to communicate in this form or fashion. And so be on the lookout for that, those who are wanting a sign. Very interesting. Thank you, Spirit. It keeps saying he was freaky, y'all. Like, he's acknowledging, like, I was freaky. But there's some investigation going along this freak situation, knowing they fucked up. And he's acknowledging there's some fake friends around his death. Like, what the hell? Why does this keep coming up? Like, I was freaky. Somebody investigating. Okay, knowing they fucked up. And I got some fake friends. Okay. So I know that they've already acknowledged that he passed away due to some form of cancer. So sending his family love and light. Alright, I'm sorry, y'all. I had the wrong deck. I don't know why. And I do not know why, but Spirit is like, no, you didn't. Okay. Alright, Jerry Springer. Current energy. Okay. I don't know why. All right, it keeps bringing up a relationship too. So I don't know what this relationship was or who this relationship was, but there's a relationship. And now it's like I'm looking at this differently. I see mountains in the background. I see water. Let me know that there is a water sign or a very emotional, but we have a lot of mountains. Try a different approach. Change your outlook, opinions, point of view, perspective. And Spirit is acknowledging that this has to do with a lot of money, a side hustle, freelance, making ends meet, self-employment, part-time hobby, odd job, extra income. Now this gets interesting because he's also acknowledging like there were followers and he was too focused on others, even though he's like, I had admirers and I had supporters. But this has to do with this odd job, this side hustle that makes him look at life a little bit differently. He needs to change his point of view. But this has to do with a woman. Okay, so we're just going to keep allowing the cards to say what they have to say. He's saying keep it 100. That there's a mask here and that it appears this woman needed to show her true self, to be honest with herself, to be honest, because there were hidden motives here. There's going to be some spilling of the tea. Now, remember that card that came out with that honest communication, that green frog? And Spirit said that keeps resonating. Just keeps telling me like that keeps resonating throughout this. And that this person was all about themselves. They were selfish. They had pride. They were flashy, arrogant, and insincere. That's interesting because that energy, he just keeps bringing it up. Like, I need you to know this. Okay? All right. Jerry Springer. Thank you. One card, please. Jerry Springer moving in 11 light. What's that you want to share? Look how this person is walking out of this darkness into this light, almost like they're entering heaven. This is crazy. Look, it's like the door of like no return almost, but in the heart shape. This is crazy, like a door that you cannot come back from. Wow. Like actually leaving Earth. Look at this grass and everything. But this is almost like darkness. Okay, kindness. All right, because I'm reading too deep into the card. What if being kind to yourself really could change everything? What if? That's his message. Okay, Jerry Springer. Thank you. Oh, I love this message. Love. This card indicates a need to see the world through the eyes of love and to remember at all times that only love is real. When you look beyond the illusion to see the beauty in the world, you align yourself with Source and the intentions of your soul because you attract what you are. When you see through the eyes of love, that's what will surround you in all areas of your life. This card also indicates a need to go within to recognize and address any limiting thoughts and beliefs that are holding you back from experiencing love. This is a time when you must ask yourself, am I truly open to giving and receiving love? Do I truly believe I am worthy of love? Do I really believe that love exists for me? Because love only comes when you believe that it exists, when you're open to giving and receiving it, and when you know that you are worthy. Oh, wow. So again, he's just affirming that you need to affirm that you see love through the eyes of love and you attract more love into your life. Interesting. It's like blue is communication for me. So yeah, it's just like, okay. Very interesting and very twofold because thank you, Spirit, because it feels like there's just this energy of him wanting to resonate that his situation has to do with him being in love or it's very twofold. I'm just going to tell you that. All right. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit is acknowledging too, like his intuition was blocked. He has sexual tension and unwanted attention. Okay. So, Jerry Springer's current energy. The King of Swords. he's acknowledging that, he was masculine and he was in the energy of law and authority. He was a wise man and he was intelligent. But with the Two of Swords, air sign energy, he was at a crossroad. There was a tough decision and he had to face his fears. He was in denial because he wasn't able to accept the truth. Spirit is also acknowledging that he's saying that it was like a slow recovery. He felt very burnt out, and this was due to a lack of self-care, okay, with the Four of Swords in reverse. Thank you. Another message with the Wheel of Fortune. He's just acknowledging that this was karma. This was a turning point. This was life-changing. But that, this is a cycle. He's acknowledging these were changes ahead. It's a turning point. And it was like, it could work, it couldn't. And it was like, good luck. Like, that's how life says, like, good luck. Another message. Spirit is also acknowledging that with the Knight of Swords, more air sign energy, that he was unfocused, and that in his life he was even a bully, and there were some missed opportunities. Okay, interesting. Spirits have split the deck. So this is where we have the Death card. Okay, and endings and moving on, spiritual transformation, sudden changes, new beginnings, and an upheaval. And I'm actually being asked to close it out now, which is kind of interesting because I normally move forward with more cards asking different questions, but Spirit is like, that's it. I don't want to say anything else. So now we sit back and let the universe do what the universe does.